Ken Silverman. I'm the Regional Senior Vice President for Truss. Truss is an online marketplace for commercial real estate. We are in 10 markets in the U.S., and we really focus on small businesses to find them anything from a co-working space up to a full floor of an office building. We're in 10 markets in the U.S., a couple of markets in Texas, D.C., Philly, New York now, L.A. So we're really growing. We just got $15 million in venture funding, so we're going to be around for a while, and the market's really taken well to us. We use artificial intelligence and virtual reality to compress the time that it takes to find an office space, and take a very painful process and try to make it easy. Price transparency is one of our key items that we try to present to tenants. There's so many different numbers out there, and nobody can tell you exactly what a space is going to cost. Through our use of price transparency, we make it easy for you to compare whether it's a co-working space, a conventional office space, or a full building. We make it easy for you to compare the best pricing on office space. We use our artificial intelligence bot. This is Vera, and she's going to ask a few questions to a tenant to find out what is the ideal tenant, the ideal space for that tenant. Okay. So we're going to go through a quick demo search. Vera's going to ask us a few questions. We want to find some spaces. First thing it's going to ask you is, where do you want to be? And for this, the South Florida Technology Alliance that we're dealing with here is a Fort Lauderdale-based organization. So we're going to drop some pins on the map, and we're going to be looking in the neighborhood of downtown Fort Lauderdale. So that's our location. We're a small tech company. We're starting with about 3 people. We're going to add 2 more people in the next few years, and we'll go on. Vera wants to know if we want mostly workstations or a mix of offices and workstations. I'm going to say a mix. And then Vera will tell you about how many square feet you need. So let's say we're going to use Vera's estimate. She's saying that we're going to need about 600 to 1,000 feet. That could be a co-working space as well, which changes things a little bit. It also sets the expectations. It's going to tell you what a typical price is for this type of space, around $2,000. So let's say our budget's around $2,000, so we can find a typical space.
Being finicky, isn't it?
Vera's not happy today. Yeah. Then it asks you, would you like the nicer space or the bigger space? I'm going to say the nicer space. Why not? And tell us where you are currently. I'm going to say I don't have a space right now. I'm a startup. I'd like my lease to start when? I'm going to say June 1st. And this is a co-working, it's a startup, so I'm going to say it's a short-term lease. I'm going to be looking for 12 months or less on my lease. But for a perfect space, maybe I'll go up to 3 years. And this all goes into the algorithm that Vera thinks and tells you what spaces are going to work the best for you. Now we continue, and good news, she's found us some great spaces.
Okay. So pretty user-friendly, right?
Very user-friendly.
Okay.
And now our internet is a little
wonky here.
Yeah. So this gives me, Vera scores all the spaces on a 1 to 100 basis. You see some of these are co-working, some of them, these on 1400 East Oakland, those are traditional office spaces. But let's take a look at one of these. I'm going to look at One Financial Plaza. And look at that. This is actually Pipeline, which is another very similar company to WeWork. They have a few different centers in South Florida. We're actually standing here at a WeWork, so they may not like to hear that we're doing this, but they're a competitor. But we happen to have a virtual tour of, this is the space at One Financial Plaza. This is downtown Fort Lauderdale. And we're going to look full screen. And this is the space at One Financial Plaza. We use these little blue arrows, and we can actually click through the space.
That's my office there. I'm taking that one.
Actually, you'll see something very interesting.
Okay, I will. Okay.
as you go through.
And you're just driving this with a touchpad. Yep,
Yep.
I see what you're doing.
We know who she is. There's Vera
Yeah,
again.
Vera, okay.
And that's Ken's office right there in downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So that's, that'll give you a good idea of what our virtual tours do. From that point, we become more of a traditional office broker. Vera will help you pick out your spaces, narrow it down, and then I'll come in and you get the my experience about 30 years in the South Florida commercial real estate market. So it's the experience of a seasoned broker plus the new technology tools that are available for us. And we are the fastest, smartest way to find office space in South Florida, in New York, in LA, in Philly, in Chicago, and 4 markets in Texas. And we're growing. We just got our financial infusion of venture capital. And we are here to help small businesses find great office space. We're saving tenants about 19% per year on their office rental. So we're doing a good job. We're really busy. We're growing and happy to help your business find great office space.
So what's attracting people to you? I get the AI and such, but what else is driving a lot of your business here? Who are your customers?
A lot of tech startups. That's why I was just out at eMerge today, talking to a lot of companies that are getting going. We're finding that there's a co-working explosion going on in the United States right now, and South Florida is actually the leading co-working market in the country. We see what we're looking at here at WeWork in Miami Beach. We've got a tremendous group of people here. What's happening is that about 1.5% of the entire U.S. market is co-working space in the office market. In South Florida, we're the leading co-working market. We're at about 3%. And we have brand new centers opening up constantly. We have a couple of new ones opening up in Wynwood. We have a new one that just opened up in Doral. It's booming. And it's just the way people are working is changing. We are a great place where you compare co-working space to traditional office space.
Okay.
And this is really one of the few places where you can do it. You have price transparency. I recently bought a car. Buying a car is the opposite of price transparency. Nobody knows how much something costs, and it's a pain in the you-know-what to buy a car. Same thing leasing office space. When you go into trust, everything is on an apples-to-apples basis. You get a cost for office space, and that's really going to help make the process easier and take the pain out of the painful process.
I think I heard you say earlier that you work with agents as well. Agents can contact you?
Well, we work with building agents. We're really tenant rep agents. We represent the tenants and bring tenants to the landlord. So we have great relationships with the WeWork folks here, with the pipeline folks that I'm leasing with in Fort Lauderdale. There's another one called Bureau in Miami. That's a co-working group. Regis is very big. We're the largest in the world, actually.
Okay.
And but then we work with Crossroad Realty Trust. We work with a lot of the big property owners throughout town. I've done a couple of deals with brand companies out in Miami Lakes. So we're working with all the biggest owners, and we're trying to make it easy to get deals done, and we're really servicing an underserved portion of the market. The larger brokerage companies are working with the larger corporate tenants. We're really working with the tech startups and the small companies and giving them the service that you get from the experience and the technology.
Okay.
And, that's what's really setting us apart, and that's what's keeping me very, very busy.
So I know how to get to Vera. How do we get to you?
I'm at ken@trust.co.
Okay, and I'm going to zoom in on your card.
That's me.
And there's your 561-245-0295.
Right.
Okay, and there's Truss.
There's Trust.
And then I've got a flyer here. Okay, it's the same information. How to book a Truss tour. Cool shirts. I like that.
Beautiful shirts.
Beautiful shirts.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
look for my blog, which is Ken's Trends, KENSTRENDS. I do a monthly newsletter on whatever strikes my mind, stream of consciousness, but I do a lot on co-working, a lot on office space, and a lot on economic development in South Florida.
Okay.
So keep an eye on kenstrends.com.
Ken's Trends with an S?
Ken's Trends, yes, with an S.
.com.
.com.
Okay, so folks, he does a blog as well. You do social media?
Social media.
What's your Twitter?
Twitter is at Ken Silverly.
Okay. Facebook, you're on here. You're on this as I'm broadcasting live. LinkedIn, you're on LinkedIn. Instagram.
My kids are trying to get me into Instagram.
If you do pictures, it's good. And I think you're on America's Most Wanted. What number are you ranked this week?
Number 7 with a bullet.
7. That's my number. You jumped ahead of me. Can we, first of all, on behalf of South Florida Technology Alliance, as well as the new Tech Florida, we appreciate you being a sponsor for tonight's event, and hopefully you folks will get a hold of Ken. I'll show you his card. Actually, I'll just go right here to his little flyer. Again, cool shirts. Ken, we thank you for your time.
I really appreciate it.
You bet.